Hey guys.
Hey man.
Yeah.
Hey, Eric.
Dan, I got a question for you. In the light of all of us being relevant and on time to all trends, Dan, who would win an all-out brawl? One silverback gorilla or 100 men?
Silverback.
How much prep time?
Well, you can pick anyone. So it's like, I would pick the people that are more like trained and more like, you're not picking like me.
So I'm like drafting the 100 men?
Yeah, you have free reign of picking 100 men to fight this gorilla.
I'm team captain.
Yeah, but like you can elect to not participate.
Okay. Because that was my next question. Am I choosing 99 men? Or are we 101 men?
Just do 100 men.
Okay.
And you're like the coach.
Imagine this is just the entire episode. I'm actually choosing.
I'm
actually choosing 100 men right now. Welcome to this episode of Salesmen After Hours, and tune in next week when we're not talking about this.
It's gonna be next week. Dan's still listing off people to pick.
First pick. First pick would probably be Billy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's not on this episode, but he's always close to us in our hearts and our arteries.
He's currently off doing arteries.
Arteries. Yeah, he's currly off doing.
He's doing humanitarian work.
Yeah, he's singing to orphans right now.
Jack knows all too much about it. Jack, why don't you explain what Billy's doing right now?
What? What would I know? I paused. I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about?
It's just a thing, man.
Yeah. Well, you know, he's doing. He's going.
He sure
He
is.
sure is.
He sure is.
He sure is.
You know who else would be entertaining to see try to fight a gorilla?
This guy.
Well, that too. But
I
was gonna say
he would win.
The Undertaker.
Yeah. That would have been my first pick.
Really?
Was the Undertaker?
Because imagine like we're all in the enclosure, right? We're just like we're fucking duking it out with this gorilla. All of a sudden, just somehow we're outside, but somehow all the lights go out.
See, here's the thing.
And you just hear, and you just hear the, doom.
Yeah, no, that's like everyone thinks you need 100 men. No, give me 2005 Dave Bautista, 2009 Randy Orton, and 1995 Undertaker, and that gorilla doesn't stand a chance.
Yeah, no. But just like imagine like the lights go out and the gorilla is like you hear the bell and the gorilla is all confused, like, he's like and then the lights go on, and then the Undertaker is just behind the gorilla. Oh, he's fucked. That doesn't stand a chance.
Damn.
Well,
Yeah.
I feel like you would just pick like, oh, I'm drafting 100 men. Give me myself and a knife, and I'm taking that fucker down.
Me and Goku.
Goku?
No. But like, actually, unironically, when Dan was, thinking of his first one, I was like, the Undertaker would be such a great pick because he's just the funniest shit ever.
Because like you could pick just any wrestler,
But,
like John Cena or like whoever are the most popular ones, like John Cena, Roman Reigns, like any of the,
Yeah, I was gonna say, do they have to be like right now? Because
no, people have been doing like, oh, I'm gonna take like Randy Orton from 2009.
yeah, because like then you literally take any of like the higher class MMA or wrestling guys or weightlifters, just higher weight classes, and they'll in their prime and they'll just body the gorilla.
like 1975 Muhammad Ali.
Have any of you seen pictures of this boxer named Alistair Overeem?
No.
Chelle, could you please pull up a picture of Alistair Overeem? This guy single-handedly will knock the gorilla out in 20 seconds.
I thought you were saying ovary.
Yeah, I thought you said ovary too. I was like, who
Alistair
the fuck is
Overeem.
that?
I think that's his name.
Overeem.
Because I was gonna say a couple like, oh my god,
So go to like images. Like, look for a nice one. That
Look
one. He
for
looks
a
like
nice
he looks
one.
like he looks like he's like 90 pounds.
Oh my-
Go to the first one.
jeez.
Dude, he's jacked.
No, I got
Like
a better.
like a the Big Show
Yeah.
fighting a gorilla, or like King Kong Bundy,
No,
King Kong.
no,
or like Bam Bam Bigelow.
What is with you and these 80s wrestlers all of a
Damn,
sudden?
Oh, yo, bring an endo to
no,
the
no,
fucking.
but Andre the Giant might actually
Oh yeah.
be
Andre
like
the Giant, yeah.
one of the best picks. Just dudes built
Dude, it's
different.
I loved how like old wrestling build people. Like they would say that Andre the Giant was like 8.5 feet tall.
He was like,
Yeah.
I mean, he was still tall.
Yeah.
as
He was
shit,
tall,
but
but he was like
he was like
Not bad.
7'6" or something like that.
yeah, he was like
Isn't he
Dude
as
was
tall as like
still built.
Shaq? No,
He's
Shaq is like
tall.
7 foot.
no,
Right?
he's taller than Shaq.
No, Andre was still like a massive dude, but still
Yeah.
like crazy.
Yo, bring in the great Khali and that shit.
Oh my god,
Oh,
the Great Khali. He
no.
would fuck him up.
Who the fuck
What's that?
Yeah. So, right, we have this wonderful image on the screen of Billy. I don't even know what this is. What is this?
I can't even tell what the
Is this like
original
a-
image
Is
is.
this like a wolf? Like
like
I don't know what this is. What's happening? Are you
Drop
good?
that fucking
Eric's
piece of
fighting
paper.
demons over there?
Find the lost poster over there.
Imagine he knocks it off.
This whole thing.
It's not even made of glass, but somehow it shatters
Oh,
into a
it
million
is.
To a
pieces.
million
Yeah.
pieces.
And it makes that like clay pot breaking sound effect. So what have you guys been up to last week? Any movies or anything, or any what have we been up to?
You good?
Yeah,
Short
man.
circuit.
I mean, I don't know about you guys, but the GTA 6 second trailer dropped the other day.
Guys,
Oh.
I want everyone to know that we as a group have made plans that after May 26th, 2026, we will no longer be producing episodes because all that we will be doing is just playing GTA 6.
I thought you were. We should start doing the podcast through GTA 6.
Holy shit, we should.
Like through
Yeah.
GTA
That
Online.
would be it's just like a bunch of like NPCs just standing in a circle talking. But like I genuinely feel bad for every other video game out there because once that game comes out, every other game will be obsolete.
I was just gonna
For
say
a little while.
For a little
GTA. GTA 6. Yeah, what is it? May 26th. It's pretty interesting that they delayed it by an entire year, but they're also giving us an exact date of when it's coming out.
Well, I
Yeah.
don't think it was originally supposed to be end of this year, and then they pushed it to May next year.
I thought it was May of this year originally.
No, it was fourth quarter this year. They
It was-
said.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That actually makes a little bit more sense.
But like yeah, like I was saying, obviously with hindsight ever, I don't really think anyone genuinely thought it was coming out this year. Like I
Well,
think everyone kind of went into it with the expectation of like, it's gonna
Yeah.
be early
I mean,
2026.
I guess like whenever they say like it's coming out whenever it's coming out, but like it's coming out at the end of the year, it's kind of like that's like kind of like a red flag for like,
Yeah.
all right, yeah. It's
If it was
probably
an
gonna be
exact
delayed.
day at the end of the year, then yeah, maybe. But they just said end of
Yeah.
2025. I'm like,
But hey,
Yeah.
at least we know when. Now that we know GTA 6, now that we know when GTA 6 is coming out, now we know when Horizon 3 is coming out, the third Horizon game. Because you remember that kept happening.
were they delaying it with GTA?
No, it was like that became a joke because like the first Horizon Zero Dawn game came out in 2017, and then Zelda Breath of the Wild came out like 3 days later, and then Horizon 2 came out like right after Elden Ring came out. So
That's
everybody
true.
was like, well, now that we know when Horizon 3 is coming out, it comes out whenever GTA 6 is coming out. It's gonna get overshadowed by another game.
I've already come to terms with the fact that like I'm saving all my PTO and taking like the first week that it's out. I'm taking that whole week off and just
Oh
playing
my
it.
god.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah.
at least a few days.
That also like I don't know if you guys caught this on the trailer, but all of like the gameplay and the like cutscenes and all that was from a standard PS5. That
Not
wasn't
even,
even
like, a
from that
Pro?
wasn't from the PS5 Pro.
Wow.
Damn.
It was from the
Oh.
regular PS5, which like shit.
That's crazy.
I
That's
didn't even
insane.
realize it was gameplay. I didn't like that whole thing was gameplay.
Well,
No,
like
it was
cutscenes from the
about
Well,
they said
cutscenes,
they
yeah.
said it was 50% cinematic, 50% gameplay.
But still, like that's even.
But
still
all the
crazy that it
cinematic
was
stuff are
all
probably going to be
like,
cutscenes from the.
It's
you know.
cinematic cutscenes, so that still implies it was like rendered within the game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Which is still insane.
Yeah.
Because I thought the whole thing was cinematic.
I was laughing because there was this one like random like game reviewer on Instagram. Like his video came up through Reels, and he made me laugh because he was like, because that was when I realized oh, suddenly he has 5. And he's like, I also see that it says it's listed for Xbox Series S and Xbox One, so that's a good sign for those players that they can run the game on lesser hardware. And then he goes, notably, it's not shown on Steam or the Switch 2. No fucking shit. GTA 6 isn't on the Switch too.
Yeah, what?
Nintendo is literally it's so funny how like far behind they are. Like I heard from somewhere like someone online was talking about how like much more powerful the Switch 2 is than the Switch 1, and they were comparing it to other systems. They were like, "Oh, it's as powerful as a PlayStation 4," and it's like, "Wow."
Wow, that would have been great in 2014.
Wow, wow. Nintendo has officially caught up to 2012.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? They can maybe almost run GTA 5 on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
I
and that's
wonder-
like the base GTA 5 with like no online.
I wonder if Marvel Rivals is going to be on Switch 2.
I mean, if Overwatch could, I think Marvel Rivals could.
Well, because Overwatch was on the Switch 1, but like Rivals wasn't on PS4. Like it wasn't on the last gen.
Right, but I feel like a game like that could be easily more just dumbed down to fit the like Switch 2.
It could be. Like I feel like if they managed to make managed is very loose. If they managed to make Mortal Kombat 1
Oh, jeez.
release on the Switch, which I don't know
But
if you have seen that.
But that's like COD being on the DS. Like that. You're not, it's not.
yeah.
It's not Mortal
Yeah.
Kombat.
MK1 on like the actual like new gen consoles like PS5 looks absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
On the Switch, it literally looks like a fucking PS2 game.
Do you know what I compare it to?
Like
Is
not even exaggerating. It
when
looks
I
like
was
shit.
younger and had the DS, I was playing a lot of the WWE games, and WWE
Okay.
would make their games for the DS. Mm-hmm. It was nothing. It wasn't even the same. So all the wrestling games on like the PlayStation 3, the PS4, all that, that's like you're controlling the wrestler. You can make custom ones. It's very in depth. The DS game is just a button masher.
Oh, that's
It's like you can click like a punch, grapple, or submission button, and then you like wiggle the stylus on the screen a little. It's so dumb. It's not even the same game.
Yeah.
I will say though, I was a beast at that game.
That's how usually how games are though. Like they release like the actual games on the console, and then like any handheld port of the game is usually very different. That's how it was in the 2000s, at least like 2010 around that time.
Yeah.
Like you'll see so many videos like, oh, playing this game, and like the DS version is like a completely different fucking version of the game. But like I feel like nowadays, because handhelds are not a thing of the past, because there's still like the 3DS, so people play on it and whatnot. But like the Switch is the main handheld, the shit that we have now. So it's not like, oh, it needs to be the exact same game as it is on the PS5 or the PS4.
Yeah.
But it just can't work, like, at all. Oh? Did your phone just go off?
I think what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell?
I don't even have Hey Siri turned on. How did my Siri turn on?
I was like, am I hearing shit? Like, what the hell's going on?
Hearing voices again, guys.
It's
was weird.
really shocking how like going back to like handhelds and like the Switch is still incredibly successful, but it's weird how like the PlayStation Portable never really like the PlayStation Portal was great when it was like in like the PS2 era, but like there's like a PS5 portable.
Oh, the PlayStation Portal.
Yeah. Like
That thing's really cool.
it is, and I'm surprised that not a lot of people talk about it or have it.
Yeah, I mean, I would think it has like a very like the people who actually have it and have a use for it probably like it a lot.
Right.
But outside of that, it's probably not talked about a whole
I
lot
mean, you're-
because like
I mean,
we
like,
have
if people
things like
play-
the Steam Deck
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
you know
And like if you're only playing online games, then yeah, it's not going to be the greatest. But like for like
Right.
offline gaming, like
yeah.
it's been really cool.
I've thought
wa-
about getting one.
I've thought about it. I just because I want to because that's one of the things where like I can't buy it without using someone else's first.
Yeah, I can
Yeah,
agree
same.
with that.
Because I have all these this is it's a mini PS5. I can do all this shit with it.
Yeah.
I probably can only do like one of like the 5 things I think of, and then it's not really worth it.
Yeah.
Right.
So I need someone to bite the bullet
Well,
first, then use theirs.
One thing, I actually, just for the hell of it, I looked at a review of the PlayStation Portal not long ago, and I learned something about it that I thought was kind of funny. In hindsight, this makes sense, but in order to use it, it doesn't matter where you are, but in order for the connection to happen, your PS5 has to be in rest mode. So imagine like leaving for like a trip and you like
You forget to
go
put it
all the
in
way
rest
across
mode.
the country, and then you find out that you forgot to put your PS5 in rest mode, so you can't use it at all. At that point,
That
I would be like,
sucks.
at that point, I would literally be like calling somebody, being like, "Yo,
There's a queue into the mat. Can you do me a favor real quick?
literally,
Yeah.
can you just go to my house and put my PS5 in rest mode? I'll explain later." But I love the way it looks, because it literally looks like, you know those videos from like 2007
Where
that
it's
were
like, it's like the iPhone with the controller.
yeah.
it literally looks
Oh, I
like
love
that.
those
It
videos.
literally looks like someone like sawed a PS5 controller in half and glued it like the halves to the sides of an iPad.
That's what you would see on like 2009 on YouTube. Like,
Yes.
oh my god, it's the iPhone 100.
Yes.
Like,
Xbox 7,
Xbox 720. Yeah.
Oh my god, yes. I love that video.
Shit was
There was
crazy.
one I remember. It was like the iPhone 1000. It was literally just like a wheel.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I like that
Yes.
picture of like a clear iPhone.
Oh, I miss that era of YouTube, like Minecraft blocks in real life, and it's just like a dirt square.
Yes.
Whoa, Minecraft in real life.
It's like this is what a real life creeper would look like, and it's like
or like that picture someone made to make Peter Griffin look hyper realistic.
Oh my god, that
Yes.
and the Patrick one.
Patrick one.
The Patrick one, oh my god.
And like 009 Dreamscape is still playing in the background in all those videos. Oh my god. Oh.
Do you guys know what that song is by name?
I know.
It's that
It's-
song that's in all the like old YouTube videos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't describe
It's like-
it because it's just like noise.
It's
It's
like-
like,
it's-
I have to play it. Hold on.
No, I know exactly what it is. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It goes like.
It's like today I will show you my tutorial for my Minecraft video.
Wait, Dan,
Like the
can you
notepad.
keep going? I almost got it. Can you keep singing it?
Fuck you. Well, it's just a bunch of that for like 10 minutes.
Bunch of
so
what?
That.
What's that?
Ooh. More
you're,
ooh.
Oh, you're no fun.
More ooh and more ah.
Ooh, ah.
George, what is Expedition 33?
It's a new game that came out.
What the fuck?
Is
I
that
played
your-
a little bit of it.
Is that your new horrible game where you die in 5 seconds if you don't know
No.
like advanced engineering?
No, it is actually widely regarded as a very good game. It's like a mix of turn-based, and but you can also like counter and stuff during their turns. So
Oh.
it's a new game. It dropped its ex Ubisoft devs basically put it together, and it blew up out of nowhere, and it's getting ridiculous amounts of praise, and the soundtrack was amazing. So I kind of just said I bit the bullet and said fuck it, played a bit of it, loving it.
What's like? Take us through some of it.
Rough plot of the game right off the bat. You kind of learn this. The world's a little fucked up. Something.
Oh wait, and can you George explain it?
Okay, so so first, right, the world's fucked up. You figure out later kind of why, but ultimately there's like this paranormal force in the world now.
Okay.
Who just every year changes a number on a giant like pillar in the distance, and every year it goes down one. And if
Okay.
you are that age or older, you just disappear into
Oh.
dust. You die. And so the plot of the game is with every year a new expedition goes out to try to kill this mythical being to stop this from happening the next year. You are the 33rd expedition, or you
Okay.
are it's the year 33.
Okay. But my question
okay.
to that
Right.
whole like game logic. So this being puts out a number, and if you're that age or older, you die, right?
Yep.
Does the
Thanos dust. Basically.
does the number randomize?
Nope. It's just ticking down year by year.
So surely that just means
Eventually, it'll hit nothing and everyone is dead.
yeah. So like,
Yes. It's an
so-
end of world scenario.
but what's the point of like, oh, it's gonna get to like number 50, and everyone 50 or older will die, so they die. Then next year it goes down to 49, so everyone 49 or older will die. That's just like 1 year of people though. Like,
2. Because if you're turning the next age,
oh, if you're like 49, like the day before 50 day, I guess.
it's weird,
But-
and it gets into the more specifics of why everything's going on later into the game.
Okay.
You're figuring out why. You're almost like not in the exact area. You have to go there to fight her.
I don't know why I thought that would be I thought the name
No.
Expedition 33 would mean it's like a space game.
It's a
Sounds like
French
one.
team. So the full name is Claire Obscure Expedition
Expedition.
33.
That was great, Dan.
Yeah, no, but it's a very bueno game. Bueno. Bueno.
That's Italian.
Spanish too.
Spanish. Well, I think it's both.
I think it is both. But
It is both.
It's not the point. The point is
Bomb.
it's good.
That's not the point.
The point is it's very good, and I think if you like turn-based games,
Where does it rank on your George list of?
I haven't
games?
played enough. I have not
You
played
haven't
enough.
Because, what was the game that you were playing recently? Not recently, but like a while ago. That's like you could die at like literally any second.
That
It's
does
like-
not
is it like-
narrow it down.
Is it like? Was it like? Is it like zombified or something?
Okay, Zomboid?
That might be it. Yeah, and because you were explaining it to me. We were at dinner one night, and you're like, you can like jump out the window and break your leg, and you won't get
Yeah,
infected, so
Zomboid.
you'll die.
Zomboid.
Or you get medicine, but it's the wrong medicine. You could die from that, and it's like, what's the point?
Because they made it like semi-realistic. So, like if your character's hurt, you could take like painkillers to reduce the debuffs from being in pain. But if you also then drink alcohol, just like in real life, alcohol and painkillers will just kind of kill you. It'll kill your character. Or you can just drink bleach.
Huh.
That'll kill you.
No.
So it's essentially like free will.
It's an open world zombie game, kind of a thing where it's like a
Okay.
simulation. Like you're trying to like survive and it's almost like a weird mix of survive simulation
So like
thing.
technically you can just choose to kill yourself
Yes.
at any point.
Yes, it's a survive for however long. Eventually, because it's like the first week of the apocalypse. So eventually, water and electricity shut off, and then you have to like scavenge for everything. And time goes on, more and more zombies populate the streets of Kentucky. Anyway.
Oh, we're in Kentucky. I'm not buying
It
it.
takes place in Kentucky. Kentucky is in this game's like canon. Kentucky is the source of the zombie outbreak.
So then I can't buy. I'm not allowed in Kentucky.
That sucks.
So I guess I can't buy the game.
I got an interesting game today, and I played it for like an hour so far.
Is it Minecraft?
No. Yeah, there's this game called
Mine.
Minicraft.
Mince.
Minimum
Yeah,
Make
Minecraft.
a movie about that.
And put a zombie on a chicken.
Yo.
Come up with a name for it. Anyway,
Yeah.
it's a game called Antichamber, or Anti-Chamber, however you pronounce it.
Why does that sound familiar?
Because I'm a little late to this. I mean, even when it was like a thing, it was like, I wouldn't have called it a trendy game. Like some YouTube gamers played it, I think, like, well, I learned it from watching Nerd Cubed, but I wouldn't call him that popular. But I think Jacksepticeye played it also, or somebody. But it's like a first-person puzzle game where it's kind of like one of those like nothing is real kind of like mind-blowy games where it's like you'll walk one way and like pick something up, and then you'll walk back to where you came from, and it looks different, and it turned into like a different hallway.
Okay.
It's a puzzle game. Like the object of the game is there's these 4 different guns that you have to collect throughout the game. The graphics are very minimal. It's all like literally just everything is just white and like colors.
Yeah.
Like things are color coded, but the majority of the game is just white hallways. With like minimal, there's not a lot of sound, there's not a lot of music, it's just kind of ambient music. It's really cool. It's like it tells you how to play the game in very cryptic ways. They give you like cryptic messages on the wall that kind of like tells a story of a guy like in pictures.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. George, I feel like it's right up your alley. But like it was on Steam and it was only $20. But I was like ready to like throw my laptop on the ground and stomp it trying to install the fucking game. No, not even install it, trying to get it to run. Because tell me why I had to update my like what was it called? I don't know anything about it. I feel like a
Graphics driver?
No, not even that. It was like something .net like
Battle.net?
3 no, like
No.
.net
Microsoft.net frame rate.
3.5. Yeah, I'm like
Yeah.
Who the fuck is talking right now?
essentially
Voices.
I had to update like something about my computer. I was like, why in God's name am I having to update anything about my computer to run a 12-year-old video game?
Well, that was
Why?
like, it wasn't an older game, but it's, it came out this year, but I was trying to play this game Repo with my friends. Repo, great game. It died too soon. But, There was this problem where it would keep loading me into the lobbies on my own without like so like I couldn't play like multiplayer. So I was like,
Okay.
what is going on? A friend of mine who's really great with like, computers and all that, he's like, let me like team viewer. So he took over my screen. He's like, let me see what the problem is. Let me go through everything. We tried a bunch of different things, nothing worked. He then's like, let's pull up what Task Manager's doing and see if that can help. Maybe it's a Task Manager thing. And this unlocked a 4.5-year-old virus.
Oh my god.
That borderline, I had to fully wipe and reset my computer over.
Oh my
fucking
god.
I guess when I got the computer when I was like 18 and an idiot, my dad was like, you need to put an antivirus on it, and I just was like, I didn't want to do it, so I looked up the first antivirus, and it was a Trojan.
Oh my god, Trojan?
Yeah, so it's been living dormant in my computer for 5 years, and repo is what fucking set it off.
Oh my god.
It's fine now. The problem's fixed now.
That
but
is-
yeah, I had to do that.
That is
Like,
fucking
That's fine,
funny.
because I've wanted to do that for a long time. That was just like, that was the catalyst for like, okay, we got to do it right now.
Yeah.
So we did it. It's great. We're fine.
That reminds me of something that happened on my Switch a couple years ago. It just randomly, I just went to go turn it on just to play it. I didn't do anything weird with it or like, leave it somewhere that it shouldn't have been stored. But it just wouldn't turn on. It wasn't like obviously I tried plugging it in, it wasn't dead. Like it just kept getting like, I just kept getting like the Nintendo logo and then it would just go off.
Okay.
Like plugging it in didn't do anything, holding it didn't do anything. I was like, what the fuck is happening to my Switch? And we looked it up, and it's fun. Like, I just love how it's such a universal experience that Reddit has all the answers. Because the only place that I could find, that I found anything describing what was happening to me was Reddit.
Yeah.
And I don't even remember what it was, but somebody was like, oh, the only way out of it is you have to do this weird, I don't know, kind of like factory reset type of thing, which the only downside of doing that was that doing it basically wiped the data of whatever cartridge was currently installed in the Switch, which I dodged a bullet because at the time it was only Smash Brothers.
Okay.
So basically all that meant was I had to unlock all the characters again, and I did kind of lose my World of Light progress, but I didn't really give a shit about that anyway. I only got like maybe halfway through it, not even. But I just felt so fucking lucky that day that it wasn't Zelda.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I had to wipe my Breath of the Wild cartridge, I would have actually killed myself.
That was like me. That would have been me with like
Animal Crossing?
dude.
Oh my god, that would have
we
been
were
the
fucking.
worst.
Have we talked about that on the show yet?
I don't think so.
When Animal Crossing came out, right after COVID hit, and we were all locked in.
Oh,
Which, by
God.
the way, part of me thinks that Nintendo started COVID with how great that was for them, because everybody was playing
Yeah.
Animal Crossing with that.
yeah,
Because it
yeah,
came
you're
out like a
right.
week after lockdown started, so
Yeah.
everybody was playing it, and they had a lot of like. In the early game, a lot of like money glitches happen.
Oh, really?
Because it was before they could be patched.
This fucking guy and myself would stay up till like genuinely 7:30 in the morning,
Oh my god.
just duplicating everything we could. We were fucking kingpins of the underground Animal Crossing like
'Cause we would-
trade
My God.
market.
Because we could go on like Discord and stuff, and then you would trade items for in-game currencies, or you would trade the in-game currencies for rare items and things. So when we would just dupe the currencies or items, we could take the rarest item, dupe it like 50, 60 times, and then sell them on the market.
George,
That's fucking
George
crazy.
and I, a month into the game, both of us had over 100 million bells.
Oh my god.
And then also,
thousands of the tickets.
I was about to say, if anyone out there plays Animal Crossing, one of the main, unlike that and like the trade market, the main currency exchange are Nook Miles tickets, which are what you use to go to like the different islands, go to friends' islands, things like that.
They're harder to get than the bells, and they have a limit.
Because those are obtained naturally by doing quests and getting they call them Nook Miles.
And they're daily quests.
It's daily quests. I think 2,000 is one ticket.
Yeah, or it's like 1,000 or something.
So that's the main currency exchange. So he and I, on top of having like 100 million bells each, would have like,
Couple thousand tickets.
yeah, we both had like 2,500.
Oh my
We
God.
could-
Most things would get traded for like 10 tickets, kind of a
We
thing.
were fucking goats at Animal Crossing.
Don't stop talking.
I don't know. This looked important. But yeah, like,
That was crazy.
what else? And then, like, I think 6 months into the game, that's when the art came in. The like, you know, what was the name of the artist? He would like he'd come
Oh
on
my
at red,
God. Yes.
red, and he would have this boat.
Oh, yeah.
And then the thing with the catch with him was you could only buy. He would come around like naturally once every 5 days or so. And the trick with him was he only had like 4 items available for purchase, but some of them could be fakes. So you could spend 5,000 bells on a statue, find out it's fake, and you can't put it in your museum.
Yeah.
And then there were chances where like, usually it was only one of the items was real. Sometimes it was none of them. Sometimes all of them
Yeah.
were real. It was
So you had
it
to know
was-
what the fake variant was of
And
every
it
like
was-
painting and statue.
The changes were so fucking subtle.
Yes, dude.
It was like
That's so
impossible.
weird.
It would be like eyebrow up or down, or like instead of a round button, like a slightly pointed button kind of a thing.
But
Dumb.
But what we did is all of the tickets and all the things that we saved up. When the art came out, we just bought
All of
all
it?
of the statues and all the paintings, and we just duped them
And then sold them back.
and sold them back. So I had like I think 50 copies of every painting, 50 copies of every statue, and I would sell them for I think like 10,000 tickets per set.
That's so ridiculous.
I was a
That's-
king.
That is so overkill.
It was.
Great.
We had nothing better to do. It was
Nothing
lockdown,
better
so
to
we
do.
would just
Yeah.
fucking do that. It was
So if going back to what we were talking about, if that was what had to be wiped, genuinely that's like 1,000 hours
gone.
Just gone to waste.
Yeah.
of
Done.
straight free time that I will probably never be able to get back.
I mean, I specifically, like, for me at least, like, like, my island, I built to be specific. Specific buildings are in specific places. Landscape transition specifically, that took hours.
We
Oh
all
my
had
God.
like because you can also trade villagers.
Oh,
Yeah.
Like
that too.
so we all had like we both
The
had, like,
best ones.
the 10 rarest ones, the 10 most valuable ones.
The new and rare ones.
It
we
was
just had.
It was miserably like overkill.
Oh my god.
We had nothing better to do with our time.
Holy shit. That was also when I did a GTA. There was like this has been in GTA 5 ever since it came out, but there was like a specific money exploit where you can like get like the heist pay, but you can still repeat the heist. So I was doing that for like 13 hours at a time.
Jesus Christ.
Just-
I thought you were gonna say like the early days of GTA 5 Online when hackers would give everybody in a lobby like $30 billion or
Oh,
something
yeah.
like that.
Well, like, my main PC account, in the first, like, few months of GTA, what happened was I was in a lobby with a hacker. He didn't give me money. He just took me from level 15 to level 150, and then that was it. And that never got caught by the system. So, forevermore, I was just...
Were you Edgar Allan Poe?
So I was just saying, forevermore? No, I was like locked.
Forevermore?
I was so locked into that. I was like, wait, what?
Holy shit! Oh my god! That just made me,
Fucking
made me nauseous.
fucking Edgar Allan Poe, fucking fucking Nevermore, fucking.
Forevermore, I was always max level anyway.
Oh my god. Fucking the clock stroke 12. Ah, fucking word.
And
Holy
George said-
shit.
Quaff the Alexandrians forevermore.
And George said nevermore.
Oh my god.
That's good.
Oh my god.
Oh my
You know what? Take a time out.
Time out.
You're on pause. So
Cut the VOD. Chat.
Cut the VOD.
when I first started playing GTA for the PC, me and Billy, God rest his soul, we both got mod menus.
Give him his mic back.
we both had mod menus. It was like the really like the
Oh,
cheapest
yeah.
one, like the $20 menu, but it was fine.
Yeah.
And All we did was fuck with Sean. We didn't use it in online. We just used it offline, like in lobbies with like all of our friends, and we just fucked with them.
Like, in what way?
Like we would have like our god modes on so they couldn't kill us, and we drop like ice cream trucks and like whales on them and kill them.
Spawn cages around people.
Yeah.
We just like blow them up infinitely.
We were in the strip club and you spawned 1,000 chimpanzees. What the fuck? But
Oh
like,
my God.
what I did, because the thing with GTA was they didn't catch you if you were giving money. Their system of detecting hackers isn't by how much you get money; it's by how much you spend it.
Yeah.
So you could give yourself $50 billion and you'll never get banned.
Yeah.
But if you spend like 200 million in one in-game day on like cars and guns and all that, then they're gonna ban you.
That makes
So
sense.
what I would do is I had a system when I played. Every like half hour, I wouldn't do like the money bag because that's how they would catch a lot. I would every like hour or so, I would go to the GTA casino, and I had like my money glitch was I had it rigged to always win the jackpots.
Okay.
So I would go to the casino, I would do like 2 or 3 like base spins, and get like either nothing or like the minimum payout, and then I'd rig it and get the jackpot, and that was like 2.5 million. So I do that about 4 or 5 times per hour.
My God.
And then I found out where the local casinos were by my house, and I tried doing the same thing with my own money.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I wish I need them to have a casino at GTA 6.
Oh,
They
I'm
they
sure
gotta
it
have
will.
craps. You gotta have baccarat. You gotta do it all. I need to be able to just spend all my time in the casino
I was gonna say I already spent all my fucking time in that casino, and they had just blackjack,
and roulette,
and the slot machines.
and like the
No,
roulette,
They had the horse racing.
and they had the horse
Oh
racing.
yeah, I'm sorry. I never used the horse racing, so I only used the other 3.
I did when there was a glitch that you can only do on the PS4.
Yeah.
Where you had the controller, and you
Okay.
know how the PS4 controller had like the touchpad?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a glitch where if you went to the horse race and you used the touchpad to control yourself, like to like the payouts, if you like spam clicked place bet on the minimum bet and then slid right and held it, if the horse won, you got the max payout for only like you would bet 200, but you'd get the 20 grand as if you were to bet 2,000. If that makes
Okay.
any sort of sense. If I'm like making sense of what I'm saying. And like you couldn't do that on any of the other systems because they don't have that like trackpad
Yeah.
thing on like the controllers.
Because you could adjust the bet with the touchpad. So
Yeah.
you would like slide to increase your bet, but if you just kind of slid and held, it didn't fully register the bet. So
Oh.
if you would lose, it would just revert you to the old one and say,
Yeah.
you only lost that.
If you
But
lost, you'd
won, it
only
would
lose
let you.
200.
But if it won, it would almost count you at that highest max and then give you the high max payout
Wow.
for the low cost.
Huh.
And I would do that. It was a very slow way of getting it, but I think after like a week, I got like 4 million. So I
Yeah.
bought the oppressors.
I mean, listen, some of the vehicles in the online were ridiculous to begin with. So like,
Oh, GTA got crazy. That's
I know.
my final thoughts on that is I hope that we get a little bit of a revert back to like the older
A
days.
better in-game economy.
Please don't have an oppressor day one in GTA 6.
What's an
Yeah.
oppressor again?
That's the fuck
The jet bike.
the jet that flies around that you could lock on and whatever.
Oh my God.
Well, because there were 2 oppressors. There was the one that was like a normal motorcycle that you could fly up every so often and you had to land. And then there was the one that was just a bike with a jet engine, so
Just
you
a
were just
death
always
machine.
flying.
I remember that thing. Yeah.
And then you had the DeLorean that flew. But like all of like the later
The
dropped
Batmobile.
weapons were like millions of dollars just for the base vehicle, not upgraded,
Yeah.
yeah.
which was ridiculous. It's like I would have to do like heists 3-4 times, and I could just afford the one new really good vehicle and maybe upgrade it.
Like when they bring online in, right? Like I think in the original online, like the most expensive car was the Zentorno.
What was it, 1.5 or 1.
It was like
maybe 2.
750K. Or no, it was $1 million.
I think it was like
It
$1
was $1
million.
million straight up.
And that was the most expensive, and it was
Yeah.
the best.
like that was the most expensive at that time. That's fine for now, right?
Yeah.
Just keep it at that. A year maybe of online, then you can start bringing in the fuck shit. But just don't ruin online immediately with like all of that shit already. That's all I ask. Please, Rockstar. I know John L. Rockstar is specifically listening to
John
this
L.
specific show.
Rock
So-
H Star.
So I just hope the online's balanced a little better, because there were balancing issues.
Speaking of Rockstars, Jack, I have a song question for you.
Oh, wow. Okay.
What would you say is your like comfort song that you don't like that you think people wouldn't expect you to listen to?
Oh, that's a good question.
It's a really good question. Well, my genre of music that I like is so broad. Like I can listen to anything. It's really tough. Wow. Well, I mean, a lot of my comfort songs are what I'm wearing right now. So Typo Negative. I mean, I feel like I always wear like metal shirts or
Tapu
band
Negative?
shirts.
Is that one of the
Type.
Pokemon?
Type.
Typo
Bro.
Negative.
Oh.
Oh, you were being serious?
I know he's being serious.
No, I knew it was a fucking, but I thought it sounded like Tapu Negative. I know
Oh.
that that's the Pokemon.
But
Can someone edit Tapu Negative and it's just like a goth like Tapu Koko with like a My Chemical Romance shirt on, like a over the eye haircut.
I'd wear the fuck out of that. I so would. Oh my
Oh,
god.
can we make that and sell it as? We can get a workaround of the Nintendo legal system.
Salesman After Hours official store.
Official store.
Could you imagine if that was the first piece of merch we ever made was Tapu Negative?
That's like copywriting like two different things at the same time.
I mean, I don't think Typo Negative would care.
No, honestly.
We might be able to get back past that one, considering they're not a band anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
No, really?
Well, yeah, the lead singer died like years ago. No, but he was a really cool looking dude. He was this big ass like vampire, like Frankenstein looking dude. Like
He was awesome.
Yeah, he was
Pete
awesome.
Steele.
He was 6'8". He was freaking cool.
Damn.
Yeah.
What about you, George?
He's
'Cause
buried
I-
in
'cause you
Farmingdale,
got-
by the
'cause
way.
you-
We visited his grave.
Because you'll pull up your Spotify and because every time you put up Spotify, it'll play like your last played song. 9 out of 10 times it's a sea shanty.
That's fucking awesome. No, that's
That is
awesome.
I do listen to a lot of like sea shanties and shit.
Your playlists are rap, old rock, and sea shanties.
I got. There was.
I have like some Soviet era shit in there too.
Yeah.
Of course
Could you imagine, imagine driving in a car with this motherfucker who will put like Thunderstruck on his playlist, and then like 5 seconds later, well, there once was a man. And
Nah, that's a party, bro.
Then
I
this
know what
love
you're
pops
talking
on.
about.
No, I was literally gonna bring that up. So okay, the first semester that we all had college, me and George were one of the only people that commuted, so we were home a lot. We were home a lot, and we
Yeah.
always went out to eat together. Just the two of us. Whenever he would pick me up in his car and he'd had his playlist going, it became like such a like in joke for us, and it got really weird at some point because
Yeah.
without fail, every single time we were driving somewhere in George's car, This Love by Maroon 5 would somehow come on. And mind you, he did not have a small playlist with like not
was
a
a
lot of
decent
songs on
playlist.
it. So like the fact that it came on every single time was like really fucking weird.
And the first couple times, it was like within the first 2 or 3 songs, it would just pop on. And I'm like, what the fuck's happening?
Yeah.
That's like, there's a story in the city. We'll save it for when Sean or Billy are on because they were around. But there was a really funny story in the city about like a repeating song.
Yeah.
We'll get to it later. But the reason I bring it up is because we asked our lovely friends on Instagram this exact question, and we got thousands, millions of responses.
Did
in
we?
fact, probably every song in the world was listed. But we're only going to read a couple of them for now, just because we'll get to all the 10,000 replies later.
Because we respect.
Yeah, those
Don't
are
look at
the
that.
ones for showing.
That's made by AI. That's Photoshop. We really got
we respect your time, so we're only going to go
Exactly.
through 4.
we're doing you guys the
Yeah.
service. So
True.
our dear friend Chelle will read out some of the answers. So let me.
So what was the question? It was what's your
It
comfort
was-
song?
It was what?
Share one with George.
It was what is your comfort song?
Eric.
This love.
I've prayed to God more times today than like in the past year. Jesus Christ. Share a microphone with George. You two, be friends. Share. You've been like 10 inches apart this entire fucking episode. You look like the other's fucking sick. Like, Jesus.
I don't know.
Oh my god. Ah! Anyways, hi.
Hello.
Hi. Eric asked. I don't actually remember the question. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
What?
Ah! What's your guilty pleasure song? And we got so many answers.
Thousands.
But these four just really stuck out. I'm gonna go from like least insane to most insane. One from I don't know if I should read the usernames. Thoughts?
No, I leave them private for now.
Yeah.
Unless it's
Okay.
one
You
of
can leave
us.
them anonymous.
Unless it's one of us. Well, so that's.
I mean, the chances of picking one of ours out of the billions of submissions
yeah,
are so
it's
low.
like so crazy.
Oh, yes.
So
Yeah.
So
So
crazy.
it'd
insane.
be a stroke of luck, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Starting with one friend who I actually like. I literally don't know who this person is. They said "Set Me Free" by Rilo Rodriguez, and I looked it up on Spotify. I've never heard it. I'm gonna play a couple seconds so we don't get copyrighted. I'm gonna go to the middle and turn my volume up. That's it. That's all you get.
Okay.
Still have to edit it out. I'll try.
It'll be fine. We'll try posting it on YouTube, and if it does, well, it's fine.
It's like playing Hurdle.
Like Captain
Literally.
Cloud over it.
It was like negative seconds. It's fine. That was a good tune. Friend who put that song. And now I can start reading usernames because the rest are kind of just us. Well, this one isn't us. I mean, we got 4 answers, guys. The next one is from Yankee, and I'm saying Yankee out loud because I know this is his guilty pleasure song, and it makes me laugh every single time he plays it. It's Candy Girl by the New Edition.
Songs?
No, it's Candy Girl by the New Edition. If you're not familiar, here's a small snippet. That's all you get. That's all you get. That's all you get. I'm trying to yell at YouTube so they don't get us caught.
Yeah.
Candy Girl. And then yeah, it was so hard to pick out answers from the thousands. So of course we had to pick out one of my answers, or my only answer. Sorry, nepotism. I said "Good Morning Starshine." I listen to it every single morning. It's one of my favorite songs. I wake up to it. I'll play you a snippet. Hold on. It's the one that goes, "Good morning, starshine. The earth says hello." I don't think.
okay,
yeah. I had a
Okay.
feeling you would know it out of anyone. And then, so okay,
Sounds
and then,
familiar.
so and then Billy said,
I was trying to remember what I
God.
put in for this. I don't remember.
Billy said, Stephen Michael Quizada. And
What?
so I thought it was a joke. No, it's like a real. So it's a comedy album.
Oh my
Um,
god.
I'm gonna only play a bit.
Like a bottle of tequila would be
Okay.
nice.
I'm the voice of God, the dead God coming in for a second.
Billy is dead god.
Stephen Michael Quezada is the actor who plays
Gomi.
Gomi on Breaking Bad. I saw the
Wait.
question go up. I don't remember why I was thinking of him at that moment, but you know,
So-
now we're here.
Thank you to our fans
I'm dead.
and to each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I find it funny that Eric asked the question and didn't even submit a song.
Because I was the one that asked the question.
Well, it's
I can answer it now if you want.
Sure, Eric. Answer it
man.
now, friend.
What is my guilty pleasure song? Probably something by Shakira. I fuck with Shakira hard. No, you know
I'll
what?
see that.
You know what I've been fucking with a lot recently, which is really funny, is Chapel Roan.
Interesting.
Oh, really?
Like I had like such a turnaround and like, fuck yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It is in fact the feminine phenomenon. No. No.
No.
Incorrect.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
You good forevermore?
I was gonna say nevermore, but okay.
Forevermore. Well, yeah. Well, now's a good time to bring it up after that. So,
What up?
speaking of Frankenstein tieback, we can do that sometimes.
Oh, yeah, big fan. Big fan.
Big fan of tiebacks. I actually am getting one of my comics that I made throughout the semester getting looked at a publisher right now.
Really?
Nice.
So, who knows? It might be published, might not be published, but this is the cover
What's
of
it
it.
called, man?
It's called Flowerstein, or the Hippie Prometheus, based off of the actual title of Frankenstein. It
Okay.
is a comic about Frankenstein, the entire story of Frankenstein, but set in 1968. So it follows out throughout like what the actual story is, but in like hippie terms and like throughout the 60s and. It was 16 pages, so it's not long. But, yeah, I just want to share that with you guys. So it's going to be
cool.
published.
So does Frankenstein make like Kenny G or like?
Does he meet Kenny G? Is that what you said? That would have been funny. But he gets very much hippified and gets high and rides in a Volkswagen bus.
Nice.
There's a lot that happens.
So
but-
Frankenstein. So instead of just making a monster, he makes Jimmy Buffett.
yeah, basically.
Jimmy Buffet.
When he was,
Jimmy Buffett.
Jimmy Buffet.
it was funny because
Yeah, like a
when
buffet.
when Jack was in the process of making this comic, he asked me to. At the time, I was very much into this racing game called the Crew Motorfest, and one of the cars you can drive in there is a 1960, I think a 68 Volkswagen bus, and he asked me for like if he asked me to like go into like the photo mode, and like he needed to take pictures of it from like different angles and like from the inside of the car.
Okay.
So to make it like as accurate as possible. So he was like using the game that I was playing as
Yeah.
as a way to
Yeah.
get
Inspiration.
reference for it.
Inspiration,
That was pretty
reference,
cool.
yeah.
That's
And
really cool.
I did like different angles of the bus too, because I need to be driving, so
Yeah.
and it's hard to really like go on Google and find like every single angle of this bus, because usually there's different models of that bus even from the 60s. So I'm like, I just need to stick to one model and just like go throughout. But
Yeah.
and also this is all done in ink, like just straight up traditional
Oh,
ink.
really?
So
Nice.
yeah. I scanned in everything, and it was a pain. I was the only one in my entire class doing ink.
Wow.
So
But did everybody do digital?
everyone was doing digital, and everyone like because digital is kind of easier with color. Some people did color. I didn't do color, even though I had the time since my professor was like, "Yo, I want to send this to a publisher," but I'm like, "Let me leave it black and white." Cause
Did the
it's like,
professor say anything about like when you could probably see it, hear an update?
No, not entirely. He said it might take a couple of weeks, so who really knows? And
Weeks.
and it might not even be published, so who knows? But a publisher is going to see it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and it might be in Fanta Comics with upcoming new comic book artists. Who knows? So,
Oh.
yeah.
That'd be amazing.
That'd
That
be
is
cool,
actually
right?
very cool.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to my entire semester, my 6 classes.
George, you should make a
Oh.
comic about Frankenstein making like an axe murderer. Because that's like all the shit you fucking. You make a fucking Frankenstein, and all he does is just he comes up with a fucking machine gun, just mows everyone down.
Hello.
What would you call it?
I don't know.
I haven't thought of this. Take a thought. Take a minute.
I haven't thought of this.
No.
Like,
Machine Gun Stein. I don't know.
no. It's gotta be like
Murder.
Frankenbomb or something. Like Frankenboom.
Frankenboom.
Frankenboom makes your head go boom. Anyway,
That's beautiful.
Franken boom makes your head
Wow.
go boom.
he makes you go away forever.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Anything else new on your minds, or
I learned how to crochet.
That's cool.
no
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
way?
Yeah. I didn't bring it or any
Oh.
evidence. It's almost done though. I'm crocheting a penguin. So
Really?
yeah.
I got him one of those. It's because
Like the
for
Warbles.
yeah, I got
Yeah.
the Woobles. For, what was it? Was it anniversary or was it for your birthday? I don't
Oh,
remember.
fucking no.
or for Christmas. I don't know. Those holidays are also close together. But I got it for you because I figured it would be like something fun that he might want to get into.
It is fun. It's challenging because it's like a form of sewing. So
I forget because my mom was doing that recently. Is that the like traditional crocheting, or is it like the needle poking one where you?
no, not that one. That's I forgot what it's called. It's
Knitting?
traditional. No, that's not. No, knitting.
No,
is-
knitting is its own thing.
And knitting is its own
Knitting-
thing.
That's what I
Yeah.
think he was talking about, right? When
No,
the
I know
things?
what he's talking about.
No,
He's,
no, like
he's
you
like
like, little,
talking about
like felt where like
through.
you poke it out.
Poke it out.
yeah.
That's something different.
Like embroidery, you mean? Like where you like make a picture?
No. Like you make like felt creatures.
Felt
I don't know.
creature. I know what you're talking about, and I've done that before a long while ago. I can't remember what it's called, but crocheting, it's literally like you take the needle and you like weave it together.
Yeah.
It's really fun. I'm his name is Pierre the Penguin.
That's fucking.
So
awesome.
yeah, I'll bring him next time. I might
Please.
bring him next week, and I'll show everybody
Nice.
my penguin. He's
If we're
kind
all,
of
if we're all good, Chelle, you got any stories you want to share about any recent events?
Before we go, I need to describe the insanity I've had to go through the past 24 hours. I've been trying to get my license enhanced. I'm making sure I'm not on camera. I'm trying to get my license enhanced, and I asked my mom for my birth certificate, like, how a parent is supposed to have that of their child. She hands me a box. I'm going to show my phone to the camera. She hands me a box. My address is in it, so I'm going to do it quickly and blurred. That's the box. Don't look too close. I go, is this my birth certificate? She goes, yeah. I go, why is it in a box? She goes, that's what I have. I go, I open it. It's a scroll. Like this. Yeah. I go, why? I go, this won't be accepted. I call the DMV this morning. I go, I have a scroll as a birth certificate. Will they take it? He goes, yeah. Yeah, they should take it. I walk up to the DMV. Let me show you the scroll. Like I should really blur it out.
I can imagine how this went.
Blur in the edit.
I'll just send you the pic. I'm not, cause like
You wanna
my
show-
toes are in it. It's like a
Wanna
whole
show it to
thing.
them?
Yeah, wait. Let me show you guys. I blurred my toes out. This is my scroll.
Okay.
Yeah. So I was born in Utah, for context. So I was
they do things
confused.
differently over there.
Did not know that.
The Google doesn't know it either. I walk up to the little DMV window, and thank the Lord, it is a gay man with a star pimple patch on his forehead, the same that I use. So I go, oh my God, we use the same pimple patches, and I clocked him as a queer man right away because he was kind of just sitting like.
You guys are getting drinks next week, right?
After he like made me slightly cry. But he we do all the thing. I already got my picture taken at this point. We were waiting for so long. I do the whole thing, and he goes, birth certificate. I go, here's the issue. I go, I have a scroll. The scroll doesn't fit under the DMV window, so we have to unscroll it, and he's rolling it up on the other side.
Oh, I thought you
We
were
are-
gonna unscroll, plaster it on the wall.
No. We're hysterically laughing. He goes, what is this? I go, it's my birth certificate, man. He goes, I have to ask people about this. I go, I figured you would have to. He walks back. He asks the supervisor. His supervisor's laughing. She looks at me at the window. I'm like this. I'm grimacing the whole time. I know it's not going to be taken. He walks back. He goes, you can either wait until 3 p.m. when the supervisors are out of their meeting, or you can order a new one online. So I go, in your professional opinion, sir, do you think they'll accept this? And he goes, there's no way to scan this. Absolutely not. Are they going to accept this? I was just trying to be nice. He goes, it looks like you're going to cry. I go, I'm going to cry. He goes, you can order a new one. I go, great. He goes, go on Vital Records. I go, great. So I walk over to Sean. He's getting his license in hands. No fucking problem. So then I get in the car, and I go on Vital Records, and I go, hi, can I please have my birth certificate? I fill in all my information. They go, it's $200.
yeah, that shit's expensive.
I go, okay, great. So I have a new one coming in the mail to get my license enhanced. And guys, I don't like traveling. I fucking hate traveling. Ah! Anyways,
Wait, Chelle.
Yeah, hey.
Have you heard my experience when I had to get my regular license to begin with?
no.
Fun fact. No.
Oh boy, here we go.
Fun fact. I wasn't always George Alexandrakis. I was
Hey.
born as Nicholas.
Oh, right. That's
And-
one of the third things you ever told me.
My parents changed
3
my
years
name
ago.
within a month of me being born, and it was just instead of being Nicholas George,
Yeah.
they changed it to George Nicholas, but they never changed my social security card.
Oh.
Oh, that's a real shame, Nick.
Fuck.
By the way, sorry. Wasn't that literally? Wasn't that literally because they just like simply wrote like your name in the wrong boxes?
No,
Really?
that was
Like it was like they accidentally named you incorrectly.
Yeah, it was like my mom was like out of it, so she put it in the wrong. Like she thought it was like first name last, but it was last first, or it was like middle first, or whatever. It was something dumb. She put it in the wrong spot. Yeah.
That is just really funny.
Yeah, but so they never got the social security card changed. They got everything else done. I don't know how they got everything else done without doing the social security card. But so I'm going to get my license, and they go, "Oh, I need your social security card." And they look at it, and they're like, "These don't match." I'm like, "Yeah, just they were changed." And they're like, "Yeah, no, these need to exactly match." And then that turned into a 3-week process of me going to different offices, including the social security office, to try to get them to give it to me. But then they were like, "Well, we need the original birth certificate, which we
Yeah.
don't have anymore." Because we got rid of it when we got the name changed.
Yeah, you always
and
gotta
then they're
keep
like,
that.
"Okay, well, try to contact your old hospital." We did. They didn't have the records, and
Oh my
obviously it was
God.
before digital, so they didn't have digital records.
Oh, that's
So then we had to like go through like old news documents because like
No way.
back then when you wanted to have like a baby's name change or something, or if they were like too young to like know, you almost like had to like put it in like
You had to put it in the news.
Extra,
You had to
read
put it
all
in the
about
newspaper.
it.
what's the like
Did your name change?
no
All
what's
your
the
friends.
what's the back of the newspaper that has like the job offers
The
and all that?
classifieds?
The classified.
You have to put like a little ad in the classified saying if you have an issue with us changing our kid's name, kind of a thing.
Yeah, I remember that.
What the fuck?
And so they had to do that, and I basically had to dig that out of the fucking woodwork
That's
to
just
like prove yes we had the name change. And then 3 weeks later, I got my new social security card, and then I had to wait another week to get my license.
So God forbid they
my
can't
God.
find that. Do you just never get a license?
Yeah, I was just gonna
I
say.
honestly don't
or
know.
you go, or
At
what
that point, I
or
think
wait.
I could honestly have just left and not have been. I could have just become a new person.
I was gonna say, at that point, what if you change your name back to Nicholas George and then let keep the original?
I think I would have to.
Yeah, you probably have to at that point.
I think I would have to. But also at that point, unironically, I was like, for years living under a different social security, like a different name.
That's like a
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, let's move on from that before.
But I was a kid, so
we
it
get
didn't really
arrested.
matter at
So,
the time.
we get swatted.
lesson of the day: always
like a
keep
real-
your original birth certificate somewhere.
Yes.
that could have been a real issue.
My
Nick.
issue was that I was told that my dad died with my birth certificate. Like, I think it's in a safety deposit box that he had the key to, and we don't really know where the key is. So my original one is with my dead father. I'm adopted from Utah, so I'm not confident that they'll find the birth records because I don't know anything about my birth family, and they asked me for my birth family's last name.
Yeah, your dad's
So-
low-key an asshole for just dying with that information.
No, my papa wasn't an asshole. He probably like kept it from my mom so she wouldn't lose it. But like, here we are now. Yeah, and Eric has 2 mics.
I got 2 mics.
Yo.
2 phone baby.
2 phone.
All right. I think that's a good place to wrap it up. What do you say, Nick?
Listen, it was officially changed and corrected years ago, so I'm not
Yeah.
Nick.
You're not Nick anymore.
Nope.
It's a name I haven't heard in a long time.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
This has been fun, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tune in next week when we talk about
More stuff.
a billion.
Oh,
But
wait.
don't forget,
Hang on, Chuck, I gotta think. Ah! Who mic's in? I'll be disabled now.
Abel.
Abel?
What? You said Abel. Anyway.
Tune in at some point between this episode and the next Thursday episode for a still undisclosed named.
We'll just wait for the episode.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about Fight or Flight, the movie with Josh Hartnett, soon. It was. We'll talk about it. We'll talk about it. Watch out for that. I have a lot of thoughts.
It will
Watch
be
out,
reviewed.
watch out, watch out.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Start rowing a
So,
boat now.
so tune in next week when we talk about a billion lions versus one of each Pokemon.
Oh dear
Oh
Lord!
my
no.
god, no, we're not getting
We're
into that.
getting fit,
Every podcast has to have one.
dude.
Yeah.
Just stack
Might as well.
them. Just stack them on top. They
Lion
can't-
ladder.
You can't beat it.
I don't believe in that.
The
Okay.
Lion Ladder remains impenetrable.
Oh, we love you guys. We'll see
okay.
you on. We'll see you.
Wait for
we'll
that
s-
next week.
I'll see you one of the Thursdays,
Around.
but you'll see us in a couple days with this special surprise that we have about the movie.
It's a review, but yes.
You'll see none of them.
Yeah.
Actually, you'll see
Exactly.
3 people
You'll see the
off camera.
yeah. I was gonna say yeah.
You'll see none
But
of us.
also, don't forget, you can listen to us on Spotify.
Oh yeah, George.
Apple
Go.
what is it? Apple Music and Amazon.
Yeah.
Yes.
All the
Wherever you get your
Awesome.
wherever you get your podcast.
Wherever you get the podcast.
We love you guys. Take it easy.
Have a great night.
Night night.